This episode is brought to you by Slapwoods.
Donnie Houston.
Yeah, man, it's going down this Donnie Houston podcast. I'm Donnie Houston. Check it out, man. We got a special guest in the house, man. Representing New Orleans, you know what I'm saying? Representing the first artist, you know what I mean, on the legendary Cash Money Records. You know what I mean? A member of the legendary New Orleans group U.N.L.V. Lil Ya, what's going down, man?
I'm coolin'. What's up, man?
I'm chilling, bro. What's the deal, man? What's new?
Oh, man, just grinding out here in Houston. Getting love, giving love. Staying on the grind, you heard me?
Yeah. So what's been going down? You been in the lab, or what you got going on with the music,
yeah,
man?
well, for those that may know, Tech Nine is incarcerated right now, so that's been why you haven't received a U.N.L.V album in the last 3 years, but I've been working and networking. Just put 2 joint venture albums out, one with Diesel the Beast, and that album is called the Big Boy album, and the other album is Gangsta Bloodline. I did it with Shooter. So that we just put that out like maybe not even a month ago. So I just been on the road, doing shows, grinding, podcasting it out, fucking it out, loving life, living, enjoying it, maintaining, you heard me?
Already. And that's the thing, man. You said Tech Nine was incarcerated, but you say he's gonna be on soon, though, right?
Yeah, he be on real soon.
Yeah.
Come up for parole this May. So hopefully they give him F5-1, he be home June, July.
Yeah, already. And then, let's just run it down, man. Just the whole thing of U.N.L.V. Because, rest in peace, Yellow Boy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But just talk about New Orleans in general, man, like growing up in New Orleans. Before you even got into music, you know what I mean? Just the culture and the things that you were experiencing that kind of molded you into being, who you were. You know what I'm saying?
Well, growing up in New Orleans, it was cool. It was more fun than anything, you know what I mean? The hood was and the block was like family oriented. Nowadays, your neighbor can't tell your kid anything. But back then, you know what I'm saying? It took a village to raise it, you know what I'm saying? So the whole block was more like family. People did they dirty, shit went sour to those that it had to happen to, you know what I mean? But, for the most part, it was love, you know what I mean? Hospitality, mad hospitality, you know what I'm saying? So, I had a good childhood. I was fortunate enough to have my mom and my dad there with me, you know what I mean? The things that I did, I chose to do. I didn't have, it ain't like that. I ain't having a choice or whatever. I had choices. You know what I'm saying?
So what part of New Orleans are you growing up in?
I grew up in Uptown Third Wall, 6 and Barone. But in my hood, you didn't see a family like father figure, actual father in the house with, the kids and the mom. You know what I'm saying? So, I can remember being the first on our block in our hood to have a Atari. Cox Cable and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So, we was fortunate, But at the same time, we stayed in the hood. It was a family-owned house. So my family, raised us in that house. So it was nice, man.
So you, it's just you or you got brothers and sisters when you coming up? Or?
I had 2 sisters, older sister and a younger sister, no brothers. But I had uncles that stayed on me, you know what I mean? My friends that was like brothers, you know what I mean?
So you like me, I got an older sister and a younger sister. You know what I'm saying? Just in
so
the middle.
You know how it is, right? Spur like a motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? But still holding it down, you dig? Thinking I'm everybody falling in that motherfucking house, you feel me? Look, you ain't doing to the older one and the younger one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, at this time, are you listening to music and writing rhymes as a kid or like?
Oh yeah, my music career actually started at 11 years old. I was in the 6th grade, met Tech that same year, and we became a group called the Sporty MCs. Me, him, and my little sister, which was 3 years old at the time.
Huh?
Me and her was rapping. She was 3 years old, though, actually, learning rapping. And he was beatboxing and rapping. and I had my cousin in the group. He was playing keyboard, and what we did was we actually used to get in challenge shows and rap about crack. You know, crack was a big epidemic in around the early mid '80s and shit. You know, and it hit our hood hard. So we rapping on a positive level. Though. We telling them what crack will do you, not to do this, and you know, not to fuck with drugs and shit like that. You know, very positive. So we won every challenge show in the city from 11 to 13 years old. You know what I'm saying? In our middle to junior high school days. You know what I'm saying? So we started out rapping. We knew how to rap and shit, but we left it alone because we won the WYD challenge show. That was the biggest radio station challenge show in the city. And we was promised a record deal from winning it. And you know, we got the little $500, but they never let us cut the record. So it was like,
go ahead.
we was like, this rap shit ain't real, man. We gonna leave it alone. So we left it alone all the way till we turned like 18.
Okay, so wait. But at that time, though, 11, 12, 13, what kind of music, you know, what is it, bounce y'all doing?
Nah, it wasn't bounce. Rap, I mean, New Orleans, if you could rap, you was rapping. You know, in challenge shows like that, but it wasn't no bounce. Bounce wasn't on the scene at that time.
So what year does bounce kind of start going?
I'm easing up.
Yeah. Okay, wait. I'm just tripping. Okay, so y'all really being influenced. Like, what year is this at this time? When you 11, 12, 13?
Early 80s.
So Run DMC, Houdini, all that type of shit. Right, I got you.
So we on them. We listen to real hip hop and we influenced by this shit. You know what I'm saying? So when Bounce came out in 1991, 1992, that's when we started back rapping because we was like, damn, the shit seemed real now. DJ Jimmy hadn't got a deal. We knew him. You know,
so the way they had now, that was really the way they had. That was really like one of the first big ones, or
right. And Gregory D, you know, that was the very first one. So we was like, damn, we been in challenge shows with these cats before. They was special guests, but we like won first place at the same time.
So DJ Jimmy, he's like how many years you would say like older than you? He's more like
Jimmy
an adult.
like maybe 3 or 4 years older than me. 5.
So he wasn't that old at the time then.
Nah, Jimmy had to be like, we got our first, when we first signed with Cash Money, we was like 18. Jimmy had to be like 22, 21, something like that. You know.
And then you had Jimmy, you had was the Jubilee and.
Well, Jubilee came out.
He was a couple years later, right?
After us now era. You know what I'm saying? But you had like cats like MC Thick, Gregory D, who else? Bust Down. You know, all those cats had deals already. You know, so they made us think, damn, this shit real. Let's jump off into it again. You feel me? So it was like early '92. We in the clubs and shit, you know, doing our own shit. You did rapping.
Now you back rapping now.
Yeah, we back rapping. We changed our name from Sporty MCs to U.N.L.V. and dropped my little sister because, you know, Bounce was out and it was about the vulgar language and shit. Like, you know, that's what everybody wanted to hear. So, you know, we on that level. We changed our name to U.N.L.V., which means Uptown Niggas Living Violent.
Did it have anything to do with the basketball team kind of being the shit at that time?
Even though the basketball team was real hot in the early 90s, you know, we ain't had nothing to do with that at all. Actually, our name come from my cousin, him and his group. Well, they wasn't no rap group or nothing like that, but it was a crew of dudes that used to hang together. And they just called themselves U.N.L.V., you know what I'm saying? So we was like, man, we need a name, whoop the whoop, you know what I mean? Fuck, we might as well run with that. So I called that boy up, I was like, man, look, we about to use that U.N.L.V. name and start a rap group. He was like, cool, man, y'all handle y'all business with that bitch today. So.
But at this time, you already the made Yellow Boy.
Yeah, Yellow grew up, I've been knowing Yellow since 3 years old.
So you knew him before Tech?
Yeah, I knew Yellow before Tech. Me and Yellow like come up like.
Okay, see, we ain't talking about, okay, I got you. We ain't talking about
but Yellow always was affiliated, always a friend, always in a circle, because it was like really 7 of us that used to hang together. You know, we used to call ourselves U.N.L.V. You know what I'm saying? Before Yellow even started rapping with us, he used to tag along with us and dance a lot, you know what I'm saying? That's where you get the antibiotics, because Yellow actually used to dance. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, but, you know, we called ourselves U.N.L.V. and me and Tech was the rappers. and we went by that name. We signed with Cash Money in '92.
Wait. Okay, we skipping a lot though because you were
Okay.
saying like everything you got into like you chose to. So like at this time, are you strictly rapping, or are you kind of starting to like kind of get into like street shit and like kind of becoming to your
Well, it was
own, or like
always the same. I mean, we always was in the street shit. Before we started rapping, we was on the block. We was known D-boys. You know what I'm saying? They knew us. The women, the girls knew us. You know what I'm saying? From grinding and shit. Popular with them. You know what I mean? But once we started with the music thing, and we had to slowly but surely ease off the block. You know what I'm saying? So it was like we was already known. And the shit that we used to do, we couldn't do it no more. And a lot of people were like, "Oh man, y'all can't do y'all." You know what I'm saying? So we had to hear that flack, but it was all gravy. You know what I mean?
But at that time though, like you say, you were coming up though before y'all got with Cash Money. Talk about because the relationship with Juvenile and like you went to high school, Mystikal, like some of the people that
Well,
before y'all got into all
in
that.
the club when we first started back rapping in the early '90s, you had people like Juvenile, Soldier Slim, which was Magnolia Slip at the time, Lil Slim. You had Pimp Daddy, Coy, a little dude named Coy, and Everlasting Hitman, DJ Jimmy, MC Red. You had cats like that. And all us was like in a little chitlin circuit together. You know what I'm saying? We'll roam all the different clubs. Like, you might go to Club Newton's on a Sunday. You might hear U.N.L.V. Later that night, you go to Club 49. You might catch Magnolia Slim over there. It was like maybe 7 clubs in New Orleans that we all, around the same era, early '90s, we all used to roam. You know what I'm saying? And perform shows and
And
you know
nobody
what I'm
got no
saying?
deals at this time. Y'all all
Nobody
just
not
doing y'all thing.
no,
This
just
is
doing
just
our
like
thing.
really like
The beginning of bounce era.
beginning of bounce.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I was getting ready to say. Yeah. So
Right.
you're really a part of like the foundation of the
No
bounce
doubt.
shit. Yeah.
No
Yeah.
doubt. No doubt.
That's crazy. How do you feel about seeing that like now, like the evolution of it? Like it's been,
Oh man, I'm proud of it, bro. I mean, I ain't proud to see where is. I mean, yeah, I am. I'm proud to see from where it began to where it's at now, because it is like it's a lot bigger now.
you got Drake using the sound. You got,
Yeah, you
big
got
art.
majors on that level, so I'm proud of it, bro.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. So okay, at this time though, y'all start getting the deal. So does DJ Jimmy one of the first people? I mean, with Gregory DJ Jimmy, these are the first people to start getting the deals,
Right.
and they were signed with.
Jimmy signed with I forgot the name of the league we signed with.
But what was the other? You were telling me it was another like major
They
label.
had Big Boy,
Not Big
not
Boy,
Cash Money and Take Four.
Take Four, and they was more for the
That was
bounce.
Jubilee, not Jimmy.
Jubilee, okay.
Jubilee was with Take Four.
So Take Four was more catered to like the bounce sound of
Yeah,
artists, right,
yeah.
right.
Actually, Take Four was all bounce artists.
Hmm.
The whole roster was bounce until they signed Take Nine as a solo artist, and he signed like album deal or something like that. But that was the only artist that wasn't a bounce artist that signed to Take Four.
Hmm.
And that, I guess something they both wanted to try.
So at this time when y'all doing bounce, like how y'all feeling? Like man, it's just our sound, and we, like
Well, we really took bounce to another level. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause everybody doing the same type bounce, and we
the call and
singling
response.
ourselves out. They doing a call and response. We singling ourselves out to another level. We putting gangster lyrics over bounce music, and that had the fellas like really involved. You know what I mean? Because bounce really for the women. It was intended to be music just to make women dance. You know what I'm saying? But when we stepped in, we put the fellas in, and we got the fellas involved because we rapping gangster shit. You know what I'm saying? And they know the lifestyle. A lot of these cats, they know us from the street. You know what I'm saying? So they accepted it with like that. You know what I mean? So it was cool.
Who was producing these records, these bounce records at the time? The DJ
Well, at the
Jimmy records
time-
in the all the classic like early bounce joints. Who
At
was
the
producing
time, you
them?
had DJs like, Manny Fresh definitely was one of them. A guy named T-Bone produced our first bounce song. But you had DJs in the clubs and it was only like Trigger Man and Brown Beats tracks. So you didn't have a producer. You had a DJ that was mixing it. You know what I'm saying? They'll mix those two records up, and you just rap over it. You feel me? And that's how all us used to do,
Right there in the club, just
right there in the
live.
club, live like that. But we made a tape in the club. Instead of us like going to the club every week, we'll either let the DJ play that tape while we gone somewhere or whatever, and we sold those tapes for $5 a pop. And we sold a lot of those tapes, being fresh in the game, young like a motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? We
So at
sold,
this age, just was y'all 18, 19 up in this age.
yeah, yeah.
So
I
is this
mean, we
no?
still on the block doing our thing, but at the same
You
time,
got this music now.
we got this music, we knowing what the fuck we want to do. You feel me? So Baby and Slim got a hold of it. That's how we met them.
Hmm.
Even though they from Uptown to 13 Wall, we from Uptown to 3rd Wall, we never really knew them. You know what I'm saying? We never heard of Cash Money Records or nothing.
Can you talk about? Cause is it like, 'cause you know, here it's like we got North Side, South Side, and it's like that shit is
Right.
a. I mean,
Well,
now it's a little
Uptown,
more open, but back then it was a clear divide. You know what I'm saying? Can you
right.
talk about any? Is there any divisions like that? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Well, they got Uptown and Downtown, you know what I'm saying? It's totally different. Totally different.
What would
And,
you
you
say
know,
is the difference between the Uptown and Downtown?
Uptown and Downtown, and I'm from Uptown, so I don't want to sound biased or nothing like that, but we're a lot faster than Downtown. You know what I'm saying? Downtown is more like more country than Uptown.
Hmm.
You know, they a little slower than Uptown. You know what I'm saying? But them niggas get money, you dig? Them niggas get big money too. You feel me? So it's like a totally different world.
Hmm.
You know, but a lot of people from Uptown don't sell major work to people downtown. They don't want downtown to ride. You know, there always was competition.
Hmm.
You feel me? But you know, Baby then was from 13 Wall. We never even heard of Cash Money, and you know what I'm saying? But we knew what we wanted. We wanted to sign with a record label to get our music a little, you know, buzzing even harder.
And at this time, this is Big Boy. They already starting to make noise and shit, and
Well,
or were they no.
no. Big Boy had, let me think. Big Boy first artist that I can remember probably was somebody like the Ghetto Twins or something.
No shit.
Yeah, somebody like the Ghetto Twins, or I know Fiend wasn't one of the first. Or the little dude G Slim. Police and Crime probably was when that. No, they wasn't in the first bunch because they actually tried to sign with Cash Money before they even got with Big Boy. We auditioned them, you know what I'm saying? So
No shit.
yeah, that beef with us with Police and Crime was like real street shit. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I can't remember who was their first artist, but we was the first group signed to Cash Money. Cash Money had an artist by the name of Kilo G.
Kilo G.
You know, Kilo was a straight street rapper, but he wasn't really accepted in New Orleans because he wasn't doing bounce.
Hmm.
You feel me? He was hard. I'm talking about a
Gangster
young,
rapper.
hard Scarface type, yeah. And New Orleans ain't really accept him. So
It was it the sound that wasn't a bounce, or it was just,
It
he
was
had a whole thing
a
that was just
whole
different.
like he was doing everything but bounce. You know what I'm saying? It was hard, and they wasn't ready for him. He did come back with another album in '95 that they did accept. You know what I'm saying? Because the market was a little bit broader. You know what I'm saying? People had started hearing different type of rap in New Orleans besides bounce. And Kilo came back with another album that was hot, called The Bloody City, matter of fact.
So okay, so Kilo's over there. He's the only artist that's over there at the time at Cash Money.
Right.
So y'all get over there. Is Manny Fresh over there? Like who's all over at Cash
Manny
Money?
was there. Manny was there.
He was already
But
producing.
Manny came when we came because Manny didn't produce anything on Kilo album.
Hmm.
You know, they had a dude named Goldfinger or something. We never, we met him, but I just don't remember him. I remember the name, but I don't remember nothing but that he was the producer when we got there. And Manny was walking in the door and we was walking in the door, you know what I'm saying?
So now y'all really forming this new Cash Money
Yeah.
Records.
Yeah, that's once that happened, you know, once Manny came in, because our first single was produced by a dude named T-Bone. And when we signed with Cash Money, Baby was like, man, we got Manny Fresh, dog. Y'all won't be needing a producer that y'all got. We was like, okay, you know, we couldn't do nothing about that. So they still put that single out. The same single that we sold them, well, that they bought on the street, they re-released that, and that wasn't a Manny track. You know what I'm saying? So once we started working with Manny, we went with them with Yellow. We told him we had another member that we wanted to add to the group. That's when we started working on our first album, which was Six of Marone.
So what year is this? It's
It's
93. Yeah.
93.
Damn. So
Our first album was recorded in Manny Fresh kitchen,
okay, that's
sitting
what I was,
on crates and shit, dog.
that's what I was gonna say. Talk about that. Just being around, that just cash money trying to figure it out and get it together. Like,
Yeah, I tip my hats off. Them dudes geniuses, dog. They really are. I mean, motherfuckers just look at the fact that they got all that money and shit, but they don't look at the fact how smart them niggas is, bro. I mean, you might hear shit, bad shit about B or about, Baby or Crook and all this, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we had our differences with them, but I can't see. It was a learning experience for us and them at the same time. And I only learned that from going to court. Once we went to court, we found out that they didn't know what the hell was going on.
I mean, it was so early.
So,
Everybody gotta give people credit. Y'all young, y'all
So,
trying to figure this shit out.
I mean, other than that, dog, I don't have that story about, we got robbed by cat. Nah, dog. We learned nothing but lessons from them dudes. You know what I'm saying? And I thank God to this day for the experience that I had with them. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, it was a hell of an experience, good and bad. All of it was worth the ride.
Yeah. So y'all over there, so y'all recording that Manny Fresh out sitting on crates.
Yep, and that able everything to come behind us to go in the studio. Because we had generated so much money off our album, you know what I'm saying?
So y'all drop y'all first album, and then is it automatic? It's automatically accepted by the city.
Bam, 60 out the gate, 60,000 out the gate. You dig? So
who y'all going through? Gonzalez or who y'all?
Gonzalez at the time. Like 16, 18 hours of pop the boy was getting, man. You know what I'm saying? So Lil Slim was right behind us. Lil Slim in the studio now. He not in Manny Fresh kitchen, and we young. We like, why the fuck that nigga ain't in? We ain't understanding, but you know what I'm saying? The older you got, the wiser and the more you looked at shit, you like, damn, this what them niggas was doing, dog. They was actually billing, you know what I'm saying? Billing off us and, billing they come. We didn't fucking mind because we were team players, but that's how it went. You know what I'm saying? They put us out there. They were like, man, why sit on these boys? Fuck that, let's put them out there. You know what I'm saying? Got that money generating like that. And everybody, when it's time for us to go back in the studio, we're in the top of the line studio, you know what I'm saying? So it was all good, you feel me?
So okay, Kilo's over there, y'all over there. Who starts coming over there after that?
Lil Slim, you got Pimp Daddy, you got Miss T, you got Keith, Mr. Ivan, you got PMW. That was the roster, and BG.
So BG is a kid at this time, right?
BG a kid.
So what's your impression of, like, did you know him before he came over there? This how you meet him?
Well, actually, BG grew up around the corner from us. And this dude, I can remember this boy like a baby, man, like 3 years old, and Yellow pushing him on a big wheel on the block, and he flipped him over on a big wheel, like the street was raggedy. Flipped him over, and his jaw, he either broke his jaw fractured or something, but I can remember him from that age. They moved, like maybe once he got 6 years old, they moved to VL, around the corner from Baby them. But we go back that far, you know what I'm saying? So, and once he started rapping, and, I ran back into him, he was like 12 years old at the time. And Baby already was interested in him. But his mama didn't want him fucking with Baby them because she knew they was known dope boys.
So Baby them niggas really was known for.
Yeah, they was known for it, So, we used to tell them all the time. Them dudes don't sell drugs no more. Them dudes are legitimate businessmen. We signed with them. And she knew us. She remember us when we was young, you know what I'm saying? So she ended up letting them sign. That's how he got signed. But I didn't actually introduce Baby to BG like that. Like I introduced Baby to Juvie. You know what I'm saying? I helped Juvie. I helped Baby get Dewey on paper. You know what I mean? But I bought Juvie there.
When you say help him get on paper, that was because of the mom thing.
Yeah, right. Had to iron that out,
So, okay. Big Boy them going on the PNC thing. What starts to get the PNC thing going? Like, what's the beef brewing with that?
Well, the beef with PNC was basically, we got our story, they got their story, but I mean, we thought their problem was when they first auditioned for Cash Money, Baby them told us to audition them, and we were like, nah, they ain't ready. Whoop, whoop. So we thought it was that, and at the same time, I was fucking with one of their partners, Baby Mama, and it was like, I thought them niggas ain't like me because of that.
Hmm.
You feel me? Then later, Tech started fucking with one of them wife. One of the dudes in the group came with Slim wife. So, it was a whole bunch of bullshit, dog, but we best of friends now. That shit crazy, dog.
So,
That shit crazy, bro.
and then you say the beef, that shit spilled out into the street. It wasn't just a music thing, like that
Yeah,
shit.
it was a real beef thing. Good. Thank God nobody ended up getting hurt real bad or, you know what I'm saying, murdered, but yeah, that was some real street shit. Hell yeah.
And so at this time, this is when like Mystikal was coming up and shit, like right, getting into the
This
music.
was before Mystikal got out the service.
Right.
Mystikal was in the service. This is like early 90s. 90, this lasted from like 93 to 95. Mystikal came in the picture like early 96.
But y'all already knew him from high school and shit.
Yeah, we knew him from high school.
Hmm.
Right. And once he got out of high school, he was looking for a label. He was telling me that, he rap now and he was looking for a label to get on and shit like that. He let me hear his music. I was very impressed. And I told him to go sign with Baby them. He came back on the block a few weeks later and told me that didn't work with Baby them. He signed with Big Boy. And I was like, yeah, boo the boo, you know what I'm saying? That's what's up. Congratulated him and shit. So he came back and he was like, how y'all feel if I dish y'all on wax? And we was like, man, go ahead and do your thing. That shit we ain't worried about that. So he done his thing, and once he got to making noise with us, that's when we had to get his ass back. So instead of doing all that back and forth, we just put two diss songs on one album.
Hmm.
Boom, get chopped and drag him from the river.
Drag him from the river, man. Okay, talk about that. When y'all doing that record, man, like the first time y'all hearing that Manny playing that beat for y'all and shit, like,
Man. Well, we had worked on the record before we even heard the track. We worked on it. We'll be sitting outside and just kidding, joking around, and we were like, man, we gotta get back on it, boy. Woo the woo. So we hadn't worked on the record, and how we put like merged everything together was like, damn, almost genius, bro. You know what I'm saying? We really fuck with it. You know what I'm saying? And we were like, Yella, we want you to just run that shit like this, and we'll be in and out and shit with you. You know what I'm saying? So once we got in the studio, Manny let us hit a track for it because he had already heard the chorus.
hmm.
Once we heard the track, we was like, damn, like that's it, dog. We didn't know we didn't know the height of it at the time, like the magnitude of that song, but we knew we had something, bro.
Mm.
And we were like, man, Mystikal ain't gonna be able to fuck with this one.
But by that time, this is when like No Limit starting to come up and shit.
No
But No Limit
wasn't in the
was
picture
they weren't
just
because
yet.
they weren't in New Orleans right at first around this time. They were more so still stationed in
Yeah,
California.
they was in Cali, like easing their way to the south. You know what I'm saying? Because 95 is when No Limit, we heard about No Limit. And we heard about No Limit because Pete took one of our songs called I'm Bout It. We had a song called I'm Bout It. And that's where you get I'm Bout It from. You know what I'm saying? So we had a thing with him with that or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And he never admitted that he did. And he also took the footage from the video. We had a concert with him. And he took our footage from the crowd and put it on his video like it was the
No
crowd.
shit.
That dude, P was a genius, bro. P was a monster, boy. P was a monster, bro. He done that. You heard me? Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah.
But damn, but then y'all dropped that Dragon from a River though, and does that automatically set the city on fire? Like everybody,
Yeah,
like, oh shit.
everybody. But before it, it didn't. The city was on the album. I ain't gonna even lie. The city was fucking with the whole album because we had a bunch of hits on there. It's just the outskirts. Like the out of state people and shit. When they heard Dragon from the River, it was like over. They didn't even give the rest of the album a chance. You know what I'm saying? But the city really supported the album. We had songs like Uptown for Life on there and Pocket Full of Fur. You know what I'm
I got a
saying?
pocket full of
Yeah,
fur.
man,
Yeah.
people was on that shit, you know what I'm saying? But like out of towners really took Dragon from the River and they ain't give a fuck what else was on there. That's their shit. You know what I mean?
Man, so at that time, because that was what on y'all's what second or third album on Cash Money.
Actually, that was on our fourth album with Cash Money.
Fourth. Damn. So okay, y'all 4 albums in. How was
Yeah, fourth.
yeah? So y'all 4 albums in, and then at this time, this BG done dropped a couple of records.
Yeah.
Wayne is over there at this time, I would imagine.
Yeah, Wayne had signed. Actually, the Bee Gees was supposed to be Wayne and Bee Gees.
Because they had the True Story album, right?
Yeah, exactly. But and Lil Derek too. Derek was a part of the Bee Gees too.
Who's Derek?
Derek is his baby nephew who was murdered. They call him the Fifth High Boy. That's what a lot of people want to call him. But he was actually a BG. And about they never did get to really be the group BGs. That's why BG just ran with the group, ran with the solo name BG. You know?
So that was Baby's nephew. No shit, I never heard that before.
Yeah, but everybody was there pretty much. When we left, Turcat came. They formed the Hot Boys, and a lot of people would say, well, I think at the same time that they were trying to recreate a U.N.L.V. with a fourth member. Because
Well, y'all
the
have
label,
was it tension? Like, you know what I'm saying? With that,
nah, it wasn't really no tension. It wasn't really no tension. When they got the deal, we asked for what we asked for. And they was like, nah, we can't give you all that, though. They knew we wanted to start our own label, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying we would have started our own label and wouldn't have fucked with them no more, but we always wanted our own shit. That was the big dream. That was the goal right there. You know what I'm saying? And we thought we had enough momentum and knew enough to at least start it. And they was like, nah, we can't. So we were like, all right, our contract was up anyway. We ain't run with our option. They were like, we ain't recording, dog. And Yella was murdered around that time. You know what I'm saying? So we were like, man, we gonna chill out a minute, make sure these contracts up, do what we need to do.
so y'all was still on the label when he was killed.
Yeah.
Damn, and that was just just happened to be on the street side.
That was
They got that
shit.
shit documented, like him and Baby had some type of issue or some shit like that. Or
They had their problems and shit like that, but they had their problems since day one. When remember I told you, me and Tech was the only artists at first. We brought y'all into the group. They had their problems since that day, dog.
no shit.
You know what I'm saying? They
Always
never saw eye
clash.
to eye. Never saw eye to eye. And through the success, everything up and down, whatever, you know what I'm saying? It was still the same with them, They never really saw eye to eye. You feel me?
Damn. So at this time, at y'all's time on the label, though, y'all, is the business together? Like y'all getting the
Business.
the money is right.
We got
y'all
everything we wanted. We didn't come to find out that we wasn't getting what we earned to, like around the end. You know what I'm saying? Like '96. Once Dragon Man came out, once that album Uptown for Life came out, we went to wondering, damn, we got all this shit, but ain't none of this shit in our name. We getting older and wiser. Kids come getting involved.
But you seeing Baby them, they getting the cars and the money, and you seeing all this. It just
I'm
starting
seeing
happening?
everything. We all getting cars and money. Anything we want.
It just ain't yours.
It just ain't ours. I'm like, man, B, I want me a fresh anything. All right, y'all, man, meet me on the lot, woo. This day, we gonna take care of that. Bam. That shit ain't in my name, though. And I'm not noticing this.
How is this none of this
all this
shit?
shit excited me back in the Jeep. You know what I'm saying? But when my first child coming, and I'm like, man, I want this for my child. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm thinking. I'm gonna do this and that, ain't none of shit in my name. You feel me? So I was the one to go to B, man. We won't see this, we won't see that. And they was like, damn, dog. They felt it felt a complex. I guess they felt
like, why are you questioning me?
Ask us like this, and y'all didn't get anything, you know what I'm saying? And I took it like, nigga, if you ain't hiding nothing, why would you even feel like that? You dig? That's how I was with it. And my dog riding with me. We all up feeling like this. So we were like, man, fuck that, dog. We about to really see what's going on. So we got us some lawyers and shit, you know what I'm saying, went to court.
This before they signed the deal or just afterwards?
This after.
So yeah, so okay, so how y'all feeling like when y'all starting to hear like, okay, they finna sign this big deal, you know what I mean?
That's when we asked them for what we
Right
wanted.
then.
Right then and there. Come to find out, look, dog, y'all we can't give y'all that kind of money right now. That's what Baby said, right there. Can't give y'all this kind of money right now. Today, and I'm like, damn, why the fuck we can't get it? Hey, we the reason for the deal, you know. Shit, what they getting on the street side, you know what I'm saying? We tell these niggas about if it wasn't for us, they wouldn't have had a deal, but at the same time, if it wasn't for them and us, the deal would have came, you know what I'm saying? But, you know what I'm saying? So fuck. We're like, man, we just gonna bail out, dog. We ain't gonna trip. We gonna roll out with it, you know? We're like, you know, we gonna let it roll, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? So that's how it ended. You know?
Y'all ever thought about maybe going to any other? Because I mean, Big Boy kind of fizzled out after a while. What ended up happening with Big Boy?
Big Boy, the dude passed, Charles Temple.
Right.
Chuck, he died.
But I mean, before that though, everybody kind of went their separate ways.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, yup. I don't know. I think the last artist he had was a group called Dangerfield, or a dude named Dangerfield, something like that. But I don't know what the fuck. Take-4 still, you know, they still doing their thing. But like I said, we wanted our own. We wasn't about to go sign with nobody. You know what I mean? We done been through that, done that, dog. You know what I'm saying? Not saying we knew everything, but we knew enough. That's why once we started out, we done had 3 of our own labels. You know, 3 different labels. And all of them we done sold paper. All of them was successful. You know what I'm saying? Shit happened where we had to fold them and fuck around, you know what I'm saying? But for you know, for the whole, we've been nothing but successful since we left the label. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it ain't on their level with that machine behind us like Universal, you know what I mean? But for as independent, man, you do the numbers, fuck, you know what I'm saying?
You ever
we
feel
coming out
like
the gate, dog, with nothing less than 75 every rip.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? So, I mean, yeah.
You ever feel like, man, what would have happened if I would have sat it, you know what I'm saying, waited it out and just
Yeah, all the time. But I'm gonna tell you like this, bro. Oh, being there, it was fun while it lasted and shit. But I feel like we really had outgrew the label. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't no peace of mind. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like everything was just totally different, bro. You know what I'm saying? We couldn't really express ourselves how we wanted to and shit. You know, shit was. I wouldn't want to be there. I don't care what you see or what they got. I wouldn't want to be on that paper with them. You know what I'm saying? Now affiliation, like meaning tours and shit like that, I fuck with them like that. I get that bread. You know what I'm saying? But just to go there, just to think, man, you gonna be a big millionaire right now, man. I'm rich in mind, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? I know what it feel like to damn near lose your shit, man. I went through it, my nigga. You know what I mean? So I know how valuable a peace of mind is. You know what I'm saying? And having that is worth money, worth more than money any day to me.
you say you know what it feel like to like almost lose your shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah, my fucking mind, man. I went through something. I lost my mom in '93, and I never had a chance to really just fucking break down or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I was damn near lost. I had a whole song about that on that album, Uptown for Life. You know, it's called Head with No Screws. Some real shit. You know what I'm saying? So, and that was all without a peace of mind type shit. You know what I'm saying? So I knew what that's about, bro. You know.
Yeah. Man, what do you think U.N.L.V falls in just the whole history of New Orleans hip hop and all that?
We definitely forefathers. A lot of people consider us as legends. You know what I'm saying? That's a big word. You know, I can't say. You know, I let them call me a legend before I call myself a legend. You know what I mean? But I'm proud of us. I know. You know, we put a lot of bricks. We helped lay a lot of bricks in the foundation of that city for the culture of music. You know what I'm saying? And we cross barriers, and you know what I'm saying. We done that type of shit. So when it's all said and done, I know I'm gonna be remembered. You feel me? And I'm proud of that, man.
Hmm.
You
That's
know?
for sure. That's for sure. Man, tell me this though before we get up out of here, cause y'all, we got a history of like, is a city of Houston of just like a lot of our artists passing for various reasons. Sometimes it be drug shit, a couple murders here and there, but like New Orleans, just like so many of y'all artists, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Passed away from murder, man. Like, what
man,
is
it
that
be
about?
different shit, dog. It be like the newer generation, bro. I really don't know what the fuck going on. Like I live in Spring now. I live out here in Houston. So when I am at home, all I see is a lot of youngsters just wilding, doing dumb shit for no reason. Versus when I was coming up, man, our motive was money, bro. You know what I'm saying? Whether you had to do what you had to do to get it, the whole motive behind it was getting money. Not these little motherfuckers. I'm not condoning saying it's right or wrong, but we had a reason. That's my point. Nowadays, these little niggas just doing it to be doing it. Don't even know why the fuck they doing it. And that's crazy. That could be a, a a big reason why a lot of New Orleans young artists getting the issues, bro.
Hmm.
You know.
Yeah, yeah. Is there anything you like to see, you know what I'm saying, from the city, you know what I'm saying, moving forward, you know what I mean?
Oh man, I want
Cause
to
shit
see.
changed, you know what I'm saying, of course, you know.
Definitely. That's what I want to see, a big change, man. Because, I mean, New Orleans culture going to always be, uptown, downtown, walls. We always going to represent our walls. But it don't have to be the fucking stupid killing and the dumb pop shooting murders and the kids getting involved and all that kind, you know what I'm saying? It ain't got to be about that, man. So I definitely want to see change for that before it even come to the music. Cause it's bigger than that, bro.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, man, dog, you got anything else before we get up out of here, man?
Man, I just want to say I appreciate you having me, dog. Walking me to your city and shit, showing me love. I fuck with that, my nigga.
Yeah, for sure. Real quick before I get up out of here, you ever heard of Slapwoods, man?
I think I saw a commercial. That's some cigars, right?
Yeah, but it's like
I,
a cone, like you just stuff it, you know what I mean?
okay,
So,
okay.
way more convenient, real
I
smooth
got
and shit.
for sure. I gotta try
Check
this,
them out,
man.
man.
It's y'all shit? Or is it
That's my
people
people shit, man.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Check them out, bro.
Yeah. But yeah, man, well, shit, you want to get social media out before we get up out of here?
Yeah, man. Oh, I can be found on Instagram at Lil Ya U.N.L.V. 3. And on Facebook, I'm Yaphat, YAPHAT UNLV. Fuck with me, I holler back, you dig?
All right, that's what it is, man. Well, hey, man, I'm Donnie Houston. It's Donnie Houston Podcast. Hey, man, we out.
Donnie Houston.